See if any trunks are high.
Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Okay, no issues. Madrimov said he's been told he looks like Triple G, so they call him Little G. Trying to work that up. All right, so let's see how this pans out here. A professional debut for a guy that has been fast-tracked.
Yeah, I want to see what he brings to the table. He seems like he's got the whole package, but it's different when you step into the pros.
Yeah, when they start to get paid, different ball game. And we have that righty-lefty matchup here.
The sophomore Hernandez coming forward, got to work that jab.
Yeah, the guys that don't hate fighting the lefties are the guys that come out of the amateurs. They see so many lefty styles there that it's not that big of a deal to them.
He knows about madrimov. He throws a left jab as he's backing up, so when the guy's coming being offensive, he still gets him with a jab, and he just threw an uppercut, left uppercut. He's got quick hands, and he's accurate, Dave.
A pretty good hook that he throws in.
He does look a little bit like Triple G.
Yeah, you know, he'll try to bank any comparison like that to one of the top pound-for-pound. Lead right hand.
Satellite problems. Sorry about that, folks. First round there, Madrimov. We couldn't tell very much other than the fact that the Mexican, Vladimir, that doesn't sound right, but it was his name, was a bit fleshy. We might be able to go back to it. We'll go back to it. We're halfway through round one. Let's go back to Atlantic City, see if we can do that. Good luck with it.
Look for a spot. Evades being hit.
He keeps throwing punches. I like that. Ooh, trying to.
So, but that's experiencing some difficulties with the satellite feed from the Hard Rock Cafe in Atlantic City, where we are this evening for our live boxing. The bout in the ring at the moment is Isroil Madrimov making his debut. He's only a 23-year-old kid from Uzbekistan. Did an awful lot on the circuit without winning a major medal, without winning any of the major medals. But hey-ho, winning the Asian Games and the President's Cup, those are really, really, really difficult fights, difficult tournaments to win. He's fighting a Mexican called Vladimir Hernandez. I know, it's Madrimov against Vladimir. Hey-ho. And then there will be another fight, and then we will have Jean-Pascal against Dmitry Bivol for the WBA light heavyweight title. Barry, we couldn't see enough of Madrimov in that 80 seconds before the satellite went down.
It should be Vladimir Madrimov and Isroil Hernandez.
Yeah, it should be, shouldn't it? That would work.
It's the weirdest thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't see much of him. He looks nice and composed and relaxed.
Well, you'd expect that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but who knows? Who knows a good Hernandez? You need to see a full round at least first, don't you?
Well, what I would say is it's a good matchup. If the guy's he's won far more than he's lost, and of course fast track. And this is something talking about the light heavyweights now. Let's look at the Russian heavyweights. Baturbev's about 14 or so fights.
Baturbiev, I think I haven't checked it, but I think about his fifth fight, he was up against a former world champion. It's something like his fourth or fifth fight straight away. You just think there's no waiting around for these guys, and I don't think he had any world boxing series.
No, I don't think he was World Series of Boxing.
World Series of Boxing experience. But they don't wait around anymore, do they? They're just so confident.
No, they don't wait around anymore. And in fact, people are being fast-tracked left, right and centre. Michael Conlon, to a degree, is being fast-tracked, being pushed, talking about fights maybe 2 years earlier than it would have been 10 years ago.
I remember when Nicky Piper turned pro, he was like, this is back in 89 maybe,
about
90,
yeah.
And he was like 24. And they were like, oh, you waited a long time, is it too long? He said, no, you waited too long, you know what I mean?
25, 26.
No, because what you think, he's 24... No, you have 3 years of an apprenticeship, and then when you get ready to box for a British title back then, mind.
Yeah, of course.
He's going to be like 27, going on 28. Is he going to be too old? He's going to be past his peak. That was a light heavyweight back then.
Well, not when you look at the ages of all these guys.
Well, what's Conlon? Young Michael Conlon,
26 or 27.
Yeah.
Just to let you know that there is some awful weather, some foul weather, almost a perfect storm in the Atlantic, and that is causing the satellite disruption, which means we've had to interrupt our first live contest this evening. We'll be back with it as soon as possible. I don't know enough about the way satellites work. I know that might shock you. Who knew, eh? But if we can get the satellite link straight back up, we'll go straight back to that fight, or we will look at alternative ways to hook it up. But we don't worry, we're going to be okay for Bivol and Pascal. I'm being told by people with a lot more knowledge of the satellite system than me. But there's bad weather in the Atlantic, and so it's meaning that Barry and I are here. We'll talk you through. We'll hold your hand through the late hours as we move closer and closer to Bivol against Pascal. Now, you mentioned that I mentioned that there, Barry, about the ages, right? So and then Joe Smith is 29. The rest of these guys, 34, 41, 35, 33, 34, all of these, and Pascal himself is 37 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have a look.
But that's 36. I think
Yeah, 36. Yeah.
But that's the age gap now, isn't it? You know, when you should think, well, I had my last fight. I retired at 25. You know, so but now it's like your career don't kick in until you're 26, but it lasts until you're 36. Now it used to be, you know, if you didn't make it by the time you were 28, that was you were done.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't get there by 20, you'd have a few more years. And if you went to 32, you were a maverick.
Yeah, but of course, but about it, there was also a time when guys that had you know, guys like Beterbiev, 13 fights, guys like Bivol, what's Bivol, 14 fights. Yeah. There's always been fighters that fight for titles very quickly. Leon Spinks did it, Sang Yang Monusak, the Thai light welter. Yeah. There's always been exceptions, enigmas,
but it's not
pioneers, trailblazers, you might want to call them.
But they're not. Speaking of pioneers, where did this Eastern Bloc invasion of professional boxing start? Who was the first one for that?
The first world champion, we worked it out the other day, was a Russian. Oh, I wish I had those notes on me.
I didn't. Sorry, I don't.
No. It was.
People at home.
No, it was like 80 something. We got it. We did it. I did a thing on it.
That's also the first one. I mean, the first one of the massive influx, maybe.
Yeah.
In recent times, that would be.
Well, there was
not quite Costa Zoo because he was still stood alone.
No. Costa's quite a late comer to the game. There was a cruiserweight that fought a cruiserweight in Brighton Beach in New York, a Russian, big Russian area, who fought for the interim, I think WBA cruiserweight title. Was about to fight for it again, the full title, and he vanished. And he was found buried in a Russian mafioso's garden, planted there by the Russian mafiosos.
Laugh, it's not funny.
No, it's not funny. Well, it's quite funny. In a kind of perverted crime way. You know, so these guys kill him, and then they plant him in the garden of their great rival, and then the police. If you want to find fighter, he is in garden of Sergei. I mean, it was like a spoof. So they dig him up. So you put one and one together, and you come up with two. But only I don't think the answer was two. We might be able to go back to the boxing. They are now in round 3. Let's hope we can go back. And here we go. Let's go back to it.
Footwork. Look how he's making a miss. Hernandez coming forward, trying to hit something, but it's not there.
Sit back.
Hernandez looked gassed at the end of round 2.
He did. I thought another 20 seconds is over, but the bell saved him. He was getting rocked. And the body shots were what did the damage.
Yeah, we see the cut, but it's what you don't see. Those body shots accumulating until suddenly it shows up on the fighter's face. Exhaustion, and
you see almost a resigned look to his face. How do I figure out this guy? Madrimov, only 23 years old.
Mentioned a gold at the Asian Games, President's Cup. He did very well.
Oh, nice right hand. Got him wobbled again, Dave.
Yeah, he's really timing his shots. Well, there's a good uppercut, and here he comes. Good opportunity to finish the fight here. Referee taking a close look. Closing argument being made here. At least a knockdown. And a lot of time to kill for Hernandez.
He took a lot of punches, Dave.
They were flush. Now comes the test with the referee.
Kind of wobbled backwards. He doesn't look like
he's reluctant. Referee will have to be right on top of it here. Harvey Dock hasn't moved very much. One more good shot, you think he'll jump in.
Yeah. Opened up again. He's turned southpaw now. And now back to orthodox.
Hernandez took the kitchen sink and more.
A big right hand that Madrimov used. You see him set him up, saw the opening, there was the right hand. Cut him right over the top. You see him, he backs up, he sets the trap, and then those combinations. Good right hand again. He throws solid shots. Another right hand into the ropes. There's a knockdown.
That's where it looked like it may not continue, but he got up from that.
Mr. Larry Hazard was up there taking a look at him.
We start round 4. Isroil Madrimov, his professional debut from Uzbekistan against Vladimir Hernandez, 10-2 from Durango, Mexico. A knockdown in round 3, and the fight almost came to a close.
There's another big right hand. You know, it's his pro debut, and it's scheduled for 10. I guess he's gone 10 many times, but they wouldn't have scheduled the 10 round if he couldn't go that far. And he's doing a lot of energy. He's very accurate with his punches. He hits right on the butt. You see the sweat flying off Hernandez's head. There it is again. And he goes down to the body when he sees the opportunity. But now he's just pot shotting him to the head.
Very rarely will you see a guy scheduled for 10 in a pro debut.
Yeah.
But if you've had the extensive amateur career and if you've trained for that distance.
I do think he's landing to the head is scalding. Judges can't miss it with all the spray that goes flying off his face. Hey, that's about enough. He's taking some solid shots.
And he's too tough for his own good.
Yes.
These are flush shots. This is where you can get seriously hurt. Now they're both southpaw.
I don't know why he's doing this. Working at being a righty. Hernandez trying to throw some punches, just trying to get something going.
Showing that he's game. He came here to fight. And if you're an optimist in his corner, you're hoping that young Madrimov can't go all these rounds in his pro debut if you can get him into that spot.
The problem is,
it's a big if.
If he doesn't get tired, you got an issue. Go back to the body. Uppercut. Oh, nice one, too.
Leaping shots. And this is all in the absence of a jab. Imagine if he was jabbing his way in.
He's trying to get the knockout.
Again, the inexplicable move to southpaw.
Sometimes it's just a waste of time. You're doing so well as an orthodox fighter. What are you trying to prove now?
We see a lot of young fighters do it, and they do it in situations where they're excelling at one style already. And the idea that like, make him take that away from you first.
Maybe do that in a better fighter who you're having difficulty with, just to change the narrative. And the eye opens up again.
Straight down the middle is a right hand from madrimov. And then the hook gets home. The final seconds of round 4, Hernandez made it through another one.
Hey, the referee wants to stop the final race. All you need to do is work a little more. Make him go back. Right. Combination, and it's over. He's okay. Respira profundo, respira profundo. Respira. Profundo, otra vez. Otro. You want to win? Go first. Ice.
We start round 5 of this 154-pound battle. Isroil Madrimov and Vladimir Hernandez hooked up in what's been a fight dominated by Madrimov, was making his pro debut, but you would never know it.
Landing some good shots again coming out. Looks like he wants to end it right here.
Well, and Hernandez off the 1-minute rest, coming out with some more vigor to start the round.
He keeps getting drilled with shots right down the middle. Like he's not moving his head. A nice target.
As the pace of this fight settled in,
I think Madrimov is still leading. He's laying that trap. He goes backwards, has his man come toward him, and he leaps in there with usually a right hand. Left hook's been doing pretty good also. Nice one.
With a straight lead right hand against the left-handed style. How do you think he's doing against the left-handed style?
I think he's doing pretty well. His footwork always keeps him at the advantage. You know, sometimes you worry about where the feet are landing, who's stepping on whose foot, where are you outside the other of your opponent's jab. But he's so quick. He's always seen in a position to land a punch, and a hard punch. He ducked and went to the left, which would have been Hernandez's right hand, and he couldn't hit him.
Looping lead right hand there for Madrimov.
He's total control. Just sit down and punch and stop moving so much. Maybe the fight have been over by now.
Yeah, the fluctuating style not helping him here.
You know, you're in a rhythm, then you change it for no reason. And if you're going to say, well, I wanted to switch southpaw to get some work, well, you save that for the gym, not now.
Yeah, because what happens is he's not sitting down on his punches.
Yeah.
He's never planted.
Those short punches, that does the damage. When you start pulling back and throwing, your feet aren't planted, as you said. That was a nice little shot by Hernandez, but not enough.
Hernandez is starting to get closer. Perhaps feeling he's taking Madrimov's best already. We talked about that for Hernandez, the reach would be a factor.
Dale tu paso, muévete para que no te pegue.
Hey, Isroil, you need to fucking work hard, body. Let's go. You can. You're not tired. Let's go. Suck it up.
Right. Boom, boom, double right. Boom, boom. Okay?
Let's go, Isroil. Come on. Look good. Let's go.
We head into round 6, and we're further along than we thought we would be a couple rounds ago when it looked like it could end. Isroil Madrimov in his professional debut against Vladimir Hernandez.
I actually gave Hernandez the last round because he landed some good punches and a little flurry at the end. Like I have it 49-45. Madrimov.
Oh, good right hand by Madrimov. Then he's sitting down here, and his best work comes when he goes all righty.
Oh, there he goes, southpaw again.
And there goes the blueprint.
Oh, that was a nice little shot from under. I scored the second round at 10-8, even though it wasn't a knockdown. But it was all Madrimov just throwing punches all over the place.
That was an excellent round for him, and he had Hernandez staggered. Is he getting his second wind here? And comes off as a lefty.
He heard him there.
A shot from the other side. There's a right hook. Pushing off.
Yeah, little veteran moves in there. This first time he's had him in the corner. What if he could try to finish it right here?
Tries it with a big left hand, and Hernandez
3 in a row.
takes it.
That's it.
That's
stopping it. Now, you know what? That's a good stoppage because he's taking some punishment earlier. It seemed like he came back, but like you said, he's his own worst enemy.
That's a good move by Harvey Dock to go against the grain because, in a classic mode of thinking, it's he's not down, he doesn't necessarily look like he's hurt, but you're getting hit with these flush shots, and they're the damaging ones long term.
So you could say, he's got a great chin. Well, sometimes the chin does you in because it's that good, but you're getting lit up. I think it was a good stoppage. Madrimov, he throws good combinations. He's very, very busy. You see with a right hand, and he comes back with a left hook, then back with the right hand, ducks underneath, and just keeps throwing punches. And he took one, but he keeps firing, and that's what I like about him. He doesn't stop. This is the end of the fight as he's a southpaw, and he's just raining blows down on Hernandez. And then Harvey Dock did the right thing. Well, how many more punches do you have to take when you're not in the fight? It's not like it's an even fight. I had him win the last round, and he's flipping over his victory.
He flipped out over this one. Plus, you see the double jab get in from a different style.
Yeah. And he did pick it up at the end as a sophomore, but I like him as a righty and getting, setting all the tone with being a righty. Don't have to go southpaw. He's good enough as a righty. At pro debut, he looks like an experienced fighter.
All right, let's get the final numbers now from Thomas Streiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute, 24 seconds of round number 6. Our referee in charge, Harvey Dock, waves off the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, successful here tonight in his professional boxing debut. And now the WBA Regional Super Welterweight Champion, Isroil, the Dream Madrimov.
So Madrimov, in his very first contest, the very first time he's been past 5 rounds, because he's had 6 World Series of boxing fights, wins a regional belt. I'm afraid we're not on air.